All right, that's
Not at all.
all right. So, Lauretta, I'm just gonna allow you to kind of like get us started, introduce Angela, and then let's get cracking.
Okay, so hi Angela, I'm Lauretta Wude, and I'm a newly qualified and financial advisor. And today is the launch of my business, and I'm so glad you honored my invitation. And because on a Saturday it's not always easy, but thank you so much for honoring my invitation and being on time as well. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so we're just gonna you get to know a little bit about me, Angela, but before me is you. So can you tell us who you are, where you're joining us from, and tell me one thing you're excited about today?
Well, my name is Angela, like you know, and I live in South Africa, not too far from Lauretta, actually.
Okay,
and
fantastic.
I am a cost manager in the construction industry.
Okay, great.
And yeah, I'm just here to support my sister and also to find out more about the business and what insurance. I'm quite interested in insurance, but I don't know much about it.
Much
So
about it. Okay.
yeah, it's a good platform to be engaged in, just to find out more and to see what's out there for me, really.
Fantastic. All right. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me. And then, yeah, what this whole project is all about. Our mission is to help the families build financial resilience. And more than ever before, this is really important, especially within the Black community, where a lot of us are first generation British. So I came to the United Kingdom about 13 years ago. And so presently I'm working with Lauretta, I'm a mentor and a coach. And I said, let's put this together to just get the information out to your network. And I think we're going to, have to, do more of this really, because this is one of the main things I do. I educate. I'm an educator. And so I came into this industry. I've been in finance for almost 19 years. However, I chose insurance maybe just after COVID because I saw what COVID did to our community, right?
Yeah.
So came to the UK in 2010, yeah. However, 2000 I came to have my baby, my little girl. She's gonna be 14 tomorrow. It's amazing how this time passed. And I knew that we wanted to do something big in the UK, but it was so difficult because building a family, coming with 3 children to a new territory that we don't have any family here. It's just been something else. But over that time, you've actually helped quite a lot of people because I do what I do right now. And okay, bear with me while I'm just going to be sharing my slide with you in a moment.
Okay.
Right. So, Angela, do you have children at all? Are you married?
I do. Yes, I am.
Okay,
yes,
so
and
yes. Come again.
I said yes and yes, married with kids.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, it's all about helping the family, build financial resilience. So those are my children when we came in. We always do vision boards just to kind of like create what we're looking at for the year. My husband and I don't just do that, also do that for the community. So I do that in schools, just helping, young people focus on what is possible. So these are my children. My first son is in the university. Middle son is a footballer, so he's in the football academy. And Nicole is going to be 14 tomorrow. So that's the princess icing on the cake. And that's my husband. Yeah. Just a little bit. Okay, that was holiday. We went to celebrate our 20th anniversary in Dubai. And doing what I do now has really helped me to help a lot of families. And when you help a lot of people, obviously you're in a better financial position, right? So I do lots of other things. I was nominated to be Women in Protection, Health and Awards for this year, 2023. I didn't win it, but you know what? It will be the first time a Black woman will be nominated on that platform, and it's a huge platform of mainly white protection advisors. So, and knowing what I know now, I don't want to just be me doing what I do. I want to help other people to actually, duplicate what I'm doing, because I can reach, let me say, for example, I reach 1,000 people in 1 year. That's it, because my time is limited, right? How can I help to get this word into our community? And then we started discussing, and then Lauretta, who she and her husband has been my client for almost 3 years also. And I said, you know what, take a look at this and let's see how many people can we help to get things in place. So we get cracking to it. Say life is a game, right? Date of birth, we know it. Date of death, we don't know it. So those two dates are very, very important. If I were to ask you, so what month were you born, Angela?
March.
March. Okay. So I was born in October. So next month is going to be my birthday, right?
Oh.
So everybody knows the date of birth, right? But if I were to ask you date of death, nobody knows. And in between those two dates of birth, two dates, are life, right? Life could be long, it could be short. Events happen. We need to plan for our children, their education, how they live, their lifestyle, and everything. That eventually, every time that we go to work, we create income, right? And what could stop this income from coming in within this life that we're building? There are two things. It could be illnesses, it could also be death. So what's financial resilience? And what this project is all centered around. Financial resilience is your ability to withstand life events that impact your income or assets. It is the longer term approach to your relationship with money. If an unexpected expense were to arise, having the financial means to deal with it means you're financially resilient. So the first question I'm going to ask you, and when I ask my client this, I know what the answer is, especially within our community. Like, how many months' salary right now do you have saved, Angela, if you were to be unfit to work and you're not able to work for an extended period of time? How many months would you be able to say, okay, like, sure, I'm able to cover all my bills for this year? How many months would that be, Angela?
I'll say about 5 to 6 months
About five to
max.
6 months. Fantastic.
Yeah,
All right. So the present employer that you work with, yeah, who are they? Do you run a business or are you an employee?
I'm an employee.
Fantastic. All right. And you've been with them for how long?
Just a year. My current one, just a year, just under a
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your role? What a role do you play for them?
I do cost consultants. I'm a
Cost
consultant.
consultancy.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So, and that is fully employed role. Okay. So if you were
Yeah.
to be unwell and you're fit to work, let's say the normal thing you can call your employer, say, "Oh, I've got a headache, I've got a backache, I'm not able to work." How many months would they pay you your full salary if you're fit to work?
Actually, I don't know.
Good. So that's your number one assignment, right?
Mm.
On Monday, call your HR or look at your employment contract and see what
Mm-hmm.
is there. A lot of people are not
Okay.
aware. Okay. For
Yeah.
some of my
Yeah.
clients, it's just 14 days, right? For some,
Mm-hmm.
it's 1 month. If you work with the NHS, on the average, between 3 months to 6 months. It depends on the length of time that you spend with them. Okay. Now, for example, yeah, you've got some savings, which is fantastic. Your husband at work, does it work?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, good. So at least you got two incomes coming to the family. So in most cases, when two incomes are coming, everything is good. But what could stop one income? It means that the family has to, one, go back to depend on the savings, all right?
Mm-hmm.
If they have it, it's good that you have it, right? But if they don't have it, what happens? It becomes a struggle. You have to cut this, cut that. The lifestyle drops because you can't
Mm.
make up. And this is why we do what we do. So what we help the family to do is look at their own situation and plan how to, insurance is all about risk transference. And if you're a cost cutter, obviously, I know you'll have known about the tearing of risk transference using
Yeah.
insurance and all of that. It's part of what you
Mm-hmm.
do.
Yeah.
Anyways, and how can we do this for the family? And that's what Lauretta is on a mission to do, to help our own
Okay.
community, right? To do more. And while we're doing this, also helping other people to come in to duplicate this so that we can reach more people. Does that make sense? All
Yeah.
right. So there are some facts. Let me just share these facts before we wrap this up. There are over 53 critical illnesses that happens to anybody, right? And it's the statistic says that out of every two people that you know, one of them diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. I lost my dad to cancer, right? Prostate cancer. I know that Lauretta is going through, a challenging time now, helping her dad. So these things happen to us. And these are just two of us on this call. I don't know what your own story is, but I know what my story is. And that's one of the reasons I'm passionate about this. Now, statutory sick pay in the UK is £96.35. Okay. I think it was just increased to £104 per week. Now, what's that going to cover? In most cases, it can't even cover your mortgage if you have a mortgage, right? It doesn't make sense. And this is what people have to deal with if they were to be on more than the required time that their employer will be able to pay them. Okay, so how can we do that? So, because we work so hard. Sorry. I think this my okay. We work so hard so that we can be able to maintain a lifestyle for our children. All right.
Yeah.
Two things. So if critical illness happens, if life happens and we are just not up to doing the work, how can we make sure that that income is not impacted? That's what we do. So just go and note this. Also talks about key wealth facts. Let me tell you the percentage. Number 4. So the percentage household with financial debts that exceed their financial assets was highest for the Black African in the UK, which is about 44%. So out of every 10 people in the UK today, if we were to take count, at least 6 people will leave debt for their family if they were to pass away.
Wow.
How can we make sure that this statistics is not always about us Black people? How can we ensure that we build wealth? And generationally, the cheapest way to do it is to have some very good life insurance. So what we do, why life insurance? And we also talk about income protection. Life insurance makes sure you protect your loved ones, pay off debt so you never leave debt, leave inheritance and create generational wealth. You pay high for inheritance tax. And this is one thing that when I ask people, okay, you're building, you have a house, you have all of this. So when you pass away, what's going to happen to your inheritance? Do you know about inheritance tax? Yeah, I have a brilliant. Do you know about inheritance tax and the percentage that you have to pay? Your family will have to pay if you pass away. Do you know?
No, I don't know the details.
All right, so it's actually 40%. So while you're alive, you're building your wealth. They've taken 40% because if you're on the higher tax bracket, they will take it 40%. So you built your wealth net, 60%, right? When you pass away, they'll ask you 40% again. And without your family paying that, if you are really building wealth, unfortunately, they will not be able to inherit all that you worked so hard for. So the things that we do is to financially help people navigate this and plan ahead. Okay. It also gives you peace of mind. So a little bit about inheritance tax. So this is the way it works, right? We have the new rate bands. So if you have any inheritance, let's say your house is below 325,000, there's no inheritance tax commitment from a family, so it's free. However, our goal is to make sure that our community actually build wealth. Right. Okay. Anything above that is up to 40%. Okay. Meaning this is what it looks like. So let's say when you pass away, you're worth about £1 million. 325,000, your family is not liable. But after that, 40% of that is 270,000. So before your family can inherit whatever you left for them, they've got to go and find £270,000 to pay the government first. And they even send this bill to your family before burial has even finished. So suddenly people are like, oh my God. And some actually leave that inheritance. They don't bother with it because they can't afford. So why would you have lived all of your life building something and you build it for the government and not your family? It does not make sense. So this is what we do, helping people plan ahead. Make sure that when they actually build wealth, they actually can keep it in the family and in the generation rather than just always passing it on to, so I'm going to come again back to where we started. Life is a game, all right? And every game, if you know how to play well, you win. If you don't play according to plan, because obviously playing well means you have a plan, okay? Date of birth, date of death. Nobody knows the date of death. And when things happen, how do you prepare ahead to make sure that your family and yourself are not financially bereft Also, so this is my dad. Yeah, and like I said earlier on, that was my introduction day. I'm Nigerian, so that's dad. That's mom. I lost mom to diabetes, unfortunately. So I know what it is to be financially impacted, not being financially ready for your parents to pass away. I wasn't. So this is when they were brought together. From this moment, things started, like dad passed on, mommy passed on. And right now, orphan. Financially, it was a stress. So Lauretta is going to be offering these services. Life insurance, income protection will protect up to 60% of your annual income. So instead of falling back on your savings that for your family, you actually have insurance company pay you up to 2 years salary if you were to be off for that long. And that cover, you can make multiple claims up to your retirement. Do you understand? It's affordable. It depends on how long your employer will pay you, because it kicks in once your employer stops. All right. So making sure that you actually have peace of mind that if anything happens to me, I know that financially my spouse, my children are going to be okay. And that I can take time to get back in health fast. Okay. So we do life insurance, income protection, home insurance. So do you have a property that do you have your own house?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a mortgage already.
Yes.
So definitely you're going to have a building insurance. Do you have building and content?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so Lauretta is going to review that for you. When is that expiring?
In January.
Okay, fantastic. So Lauretta, notice, so by December you're going to get a deal for that, because annually, you definitely need to review. Because you have a mortgage, income protection, I would say, is your number one thing. If you don't have it yet, is it a joint mortgage? Or is it just your name? Is it a joint mortgage, or is it just
it
your
is
name?
joint.
Fantastic.
Joint.
Income protection, Loretta will book a time with you. All right. We look at whatever you have before, right? And then review it. Our goal is to, be able to advise, okay, this is what you should have in place. And then you can now work towards the budget. That's okay. Loretta, this is what I want us to start out with. So she will review it for you, okay? All right.
Okay.
So do you have any life insurance or income protection right now?
Life insurance, yes, but not income protection.
All right. So income protection. So what we'll do is, Loretta, you're going to get back to Angela and book a time for her. Okay. Most like Angela, maybe on that call just to oversee. It's not to anything, just to support Loretta. Okay. And then we'll be able to put a package together for you at an affordable price. Like for me, I always make sure that when your premium is coming out, you're not overthinking. So we'll tell you what you should have in place, but we'll always still work towards a budget. You start where you can, and then you can build it up. Private medical insurance is also very important. I have it. Once you're over 40, I always recommend it. If you run a business, we'll also do business loans, invoice financing, mortgages, wills, and estate planning. So we have access to a good range of insurance companies. I'll be able to put something in place.
What's the wealth and estate planning?
Estate planning. So
the last point,
yeah. So the wills, we'll be able to walk you through your wills. So it just helps to kind of like tidy things up. One of the things that we do actually for free also is your life insurance once it goes out, we're going to help you put it in trust. It's a free service. It doesn't cost you anything. And make sure that whatever payout is coming, it will not be subject to inheritance tax. So we'll take it out of your estate. Okay. So once she sorts out the life insurance, I'll walk you through that. Okay. It's a free service. It's not costing you anything. At least we know for your life insurance, we can help you straight up, right? It's not subject to government tax. So, all right. So, I always end up with this, that, there are two ways. You can decide to be selfish and say, I can't be bothered. When if anything happens to me, my husband and my children will take care of themselves. Which I know is only about 5% of people actually tend to do that after this presentation, right? Like I said, my goal is to educate you to make the right, informed decision. But it could also be selfless, which most of my clients are selfless, meaning, okay, I never knew this. Okay, let's put something together. So, like I said, Lauretta is going to come back to you immediately after this. She's going to call you and just book a time with her, preferably with your husband there. But even if your husband can't make it, I really want you to do it between today and tomorrow. Okay. Let's get that all sorted out for you, and then and that's it. Okay. All right. So I always ask this question: are you a 1, a 2, or 3? Right. A 1 says, you know what, I need to protect myself, I need to protect my family, and I need to protect my businesses. That's a 1. Okay. Or two, you have an option to also become a part-time financial advisor. So you protect yourself, which Lauretta is going to do. But you also have an option for us to be able to, you do exactly what Lauretta is going to be doing. Or three, you may say, okay, you know what, I want to be a full financial advisor. So it's going to be full-time. Presently, Lauretta is part-time. I am full-time. Okay. I'm protecting a lot of people, doing lots of business. I'm doing lots of educating people. So I'm in number three. So would you say you're a one, a two, or a three?
I would say between 1 and a 2, because in between, because I don't know if I know much to be able to advise,
Okay.
but definitely 1 because I want to protect
Okay. So we
myself and
start
my
as one. Okay. And to become a part-time financial advisor is not, we will coach you what to do, just like I've been able to take Lauretta through a process. All right. And you have my support to be able to do exactly
Okay.
this. All right. However, there are some laid down, but the first aspect of it, let's do your protection. So you'll have gone through the process, see what it feels like, and then you say, okay, can I do this? If you know, yes, I can do this, then we train you
Right.
for free. It's not costing you anything, so we're going to train you to understand, and then you have some time to get yourself in. But if you are really, really serious and you have a wife, then we can always bring you as a part-time too. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Fantastic. Yeah. So that's gonna be the end of this today. I'm gonna stop recording now. I'm gonna send this. Do you have